A very warm welcome to the weekly Forex forecast for the 14th of April. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Where we see continuation weakness of the US dollar, the DXY is pulling down on the advanced pro charts. And in the advanced pro charts, you can actually see this in action. And as you can see, it comes up into the sell zone and then it gives way and breaks down. So continued downside is likely into next week. I think there will be a pullback back up to 101.41 and then continued down. What this means for us as VIP members and my members is that the dollar is weak, and so therefore we're looking to buy more euro dollars, more pound USD, Aussie USD, US Swiss sell, US Canadian sell, and so on. I'll cover those in the next few minutes. Yen futures contracts continues to be bullish, as you can see here on the left, and all the buyers are in on the advanced pro charts, and this is fantastic. So we do expect the price to continue up. There's likely to be a pullback back into this area here, 69.12, before it continues that rally up to, it's hit our weekly Forex target for last week, and it's going higher. 71.08 is the next target. So further upside momentum is likely in the yen futures contracts into next week, and therefore we will be selling all the yen pairs. Continued bullish momentum is also likely into next week for the Swiss franc futures. I do expect to pull back into this area here, into this area of which was support now, was resistance is now support, and back down to 1200, and then a nice bounce higher. So we are looking to sell the Swiss pairs, Euro Swiss, Canadian Swiss, and so on. S&P 500 is pulling back really nicely, but still in a downtrend, as you can see from the advanced pro chart. So I do expect the price to move up to 5,500 into the coming days and then fall back down to 4,900. Markets are not certain though, with the tariffs delayed for 90 days. We could see a rally coming up, but I don't think it's going to happen particularly quickly according to these charts. FTSE 100 is still in a downtrend, as you can see on the advanced pro charts. A pull up into this area here is highly significant. So 8,300 is likely to capitulate and start to move back down to 7,600. So a nice trading opportunity coming up into next week for VIP members. Similar situation for the Hang Seng. It's so clear, isn't it, once you've got the advanced pro charts, where to get in. It tells you this is the resistance line. If it gets broken, it gets broken. It means it's possibly a new trend. However, as long as it holds on to that market structure and breaks down at some stage, then we can expect further downside moves. So 21,700 is the number to look out for this week, and further downside to back down to 19,250. German DAX is also down. There's going to be a big target here. I'm not putting in targets for these indices because I don't think there's going to be much to go in. We do have some support down here, as we can see from the advanced pro charts. However, I think a pull up to 21,450 is significant, and they're back down to 18,490. Similar situation for the Nasdaq. All the indices are pretty much all to the downside, and we do expect to pull back into the fibs here, 19,371, and then further downside to 16,500. Lovely move coming. Any signals, don't forget, if I spot anything, I will let you know. I did post this into the room the other day. Hopefully you're in it. 29,740 was the pivot and the Fibonacci. This is unusual because it's against the main overall trend, but it looks quite bullish, heading for $34.58. Gold bullish, as you know. I think there could be a significant correction here, possibly. I mean, we are still buying, but I think if there is going to be a correction, then this is going to be highly significant here. Support line at 3170. Before another bounce to a much higher level. Continues bullish, so we do expect to buy this, but there could be some selling opportunities as well. Euro dollar is bullish, of course, As mentioned, congratulations on the move last week, 289 pips on the Advanced Pro charts. And we do expect the price to pull back into Monday and Tuesday and then pull up around here. 11150 is the number to look out for, and then going much higher back up to 11450. I'll let you know when it's ready. I'll put that in the VIP room. Pound USD has broken out. It did show some weakness, but looks pretty mixed. The euro dollar looks a better trade, to be fair, but I do expect to pull back into the fibs. 50% fib is 129.37, and then a bounce is highly likely at that level, or 618, anywhere around there, and back up to 131.84. Aussie USD hasn't really given us anything to go by. There is a kind of change of character, but I'm not convinced of this, to be fair. So I will be coming back to the Aussie USD. It's not my favourite chart. Similar with the New Zealand. I need to see something going on here. We're seeing a change of character, so we might see a pullback on a fib. I'll look at that. We've got a nice big fat trend line here on the Advanced Pro charts, so that could be a very interesting trade, better than the Aussie. US Swiss, so you know the answer to this one. Fantastic move up to the 50% fib, actually spot on at 86.50, and then rejected the price and headed for our target, 535 pips. US Canadian, congratulations, could have had more, but nonetheless a nice move back up into the 618 fib in this instance, but rejected it eventually, and rejected it twice actually, as you can see, and then hit our target for 298 pips. I do expect the price to come back this week. Certainly not ready yet, but I do expect some kind of move backwards, back up to a correction into a certain area, and I'll keep you updated once it does move. Congratulations on the US yen. If you got in on the 50% fib, then that was perfect, and headed for target of 143.33, giving you 453 pips. The Euro Aussie, yeah, this is hesitating a bit, but okay, things do. Hitting a nice support line here now on the left. So we do expect the price to bounce and hit our target 184.89. Nice, 749 pips. Aussie USD is being a bit naughty. A nice move here on the previous, 321 pips, 449 pips, and nothing at the moment on this move, but we should see a bounce. If it gets stopped out, it doesn't really matter. Pound Canadian, we're not getting the pullback that we did expect into the 50% fib, but I think it still could happen. So 183.50 is your entry point. Trade at your own risk. 180.20 is your target. A lovely 327 pips if it comes in. New Zealand Canadian, we're still in this one up to the resistance line on the Advanced Pro chart, so we do expect the price to get rejected at this point. If it doesn't, then we possibly could see a stronger move up to supply in the next few days, where we could see another trading opportunity to the downside. Aussie Canadian, I did expect this price to come into this area and bounce, and it did. So, but it is against the trend. So I think that we may even see this sell off at this point here at 87.74. Euro New Zealand, if you're in it, congratulations, making money. The volume's just drifted into the end of last week, so we do expect this price to continue up from the 618 fib and then on to 199.35. If you don't have the Advanced Pro charts, what are you doing? It's up to you. Nothing going on there. One of the great things about this is you can pick really quickly what's going on, and I can pick really quickly. There's no significant pullback. As an example, if we have a look at this as an example, we can see the price action. The price action is doing nothing. There's no pull up. If you have a look at this price action, you can see much clearer when the sellers come in. All the sellers come in on the Advanced Pro charts, and all the sellers just take it down, down, down. Highly significant profit there if you traded that. Just flicking through now, no significant pullback. Nice profit there, 160 pips, just a little 160 pips. Nothing going in there. Now the Swiss yen is doing something completely different to the other yens because the yen, the Swiss franc futures is very strong. So I do expect the price to come down into this kind of area in the next 24 hours or so, then go back up to where it came from. Prices have a habit, if you've noticed, of going back to where they come from. And it's rather nice to actually have that because it gives us our target when we get the pullback. Some of the yens are misbehaving. Oh, here we go. New Zealand yen, yes, we got our entry point at 83.72, coming back up into this sell zone as well. So we should see this start to move down in the next few days. Target 80.66. Same situation for the Aussie yen. Don't trade both, please. They do exactly the same thing. And the pound yen, well, not much going on with the pound yen at the moment. It's pretty much sideways. We're going to have to wait and see because sterling is a little bit choppy, to say the least. Sterling, I do find, is a bit of a wild horse, so just be careful on that. On the gold on steroids software, once it's loaded up, we can see we've got some bullish momentum. We've got a lot of FVGs ready to take the price higher, but I think there will be a pullback on Monday, and then we'll be getting ready to go long again in the next probably New York session tomorrow. Have a wonderful weekend.